before the camera runs out of room, here is what I got done today. I assembled the star drive completely. The trick was the nacelles didn't want to go down all the way into their tabs, just partially, just enough. And there it is from the front. There it is from the starboard side. There it is from the back. Now I haven't assembled the shuttle bay yet because I want to be able to easily access its fantail when I put on that decal. But the shuttle bay will fit right in there and has some hook catching tabs which may not be used. I may cut off the hook part because I found that gets in the way. And another thing I did, put the Aztec decals onto the nacelles, at least the back half, which covers up the paint boo-boo. And of course that's Tamiya, so I may use that there. Of course I'll have to do the other side of it. Oh, not that side. That side, yes. And I found Tamiya XF23 light blue is the proper one for the front trim and the tail fin. So that's good, that's working. So set that aside. You've got the deflector dish with all its decals, including the top now. So we're getting there. That's a major step today. And that's all, as you can see on the instructions. So that is all I'm doing today. I got the, look. There. The inner nacelle tab, although I had to piece a couple together. And the inner nacelle pylon tab stayed together long enough for me to be able to assemble it. Come on, hand, focus. All right, there. Good. Okay, so that is the hull. None of the Aztec decals came apart. There's a bit of a nacelle gap, but if you look at the 24th century refit, oh, it's more flush. But that's because it's not painted. That's why it looks a bit screwy. There's a gap because it's not painted. All right, good. Okay, so that is all for now on the Enterprise. The saucer parts are down here. And I'm not going to do any more tonight. I will try tomorrow because I still have the shuttle bay fantail to put on then. Maybe I can do that now. So I couldn't resist, but it worked. Of course, I may have to supply another A Creation decal over there, but the deflector dish is now in place on the ship. And I got it up under the neck without interference. Now, of course, I am going to have to do something about that. Maybe put some RCS thruster decals in place on there. But the point is it's on. And here's the back. Now I just put the shuttle bay decal in place, so you don't want to be trying to put it on. That'll have to wait for tomorrow. And well, that's good. And I love, look at how the trim color blends in with the decal. So I got the trim color right. And there's a bit of dirt on the nacelle, but basically light trim on the inside, dark trim on the outside. So dark trim, light trim. Dark trim, light trim. Perfect. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to disturb the shuttle bay decal by trying to put it in place. And I am, though. Alright, so I did assemble the shuttle bay in place. Decal stayed in place. So, there's the back. There's the right side. Front stays the same. You can't tell anything. And the left side shows the shuttle bay in place, and there is no real unsightly gap. Good. And once I narrow down what the hull color is, then I can do the edge of that. But that's pretty good. So I'm very pleased. As you see, shuttle bay attachment step number 8. So the next step The next step will be to attach the bottom side of the saucer to the secondary hull, but before I do that, I want to do these decals. Here and here on the side and the top. Everyone, it's Sean. So my final thing for this evening is I've been working on a Wrath of Refit hull color, and I have been testing it on spare bits of sprue tree. As far as what's on the actual hull, I don't know. I'm going to have to see when it dries. It might... Maybe it might be that one. We'll see. But at least we're in the neighborhood. And what I also did is I got my iridescent paint colors. And I applied them to those sections of the nacelles. Yeah. Now, of course, I have done some testing on the bottom of the nacelle. I don't know if you can see it through the magnifying glass. Oh, that washes it out. Okay. But I tested it on the bottom. You can see how there that had pearlescent on it, but you see how it shows up darker, so I don't like that. This one shows up with just the gray, and I think that's quite beautiful. And I have been painting along the top of the nacelle, trying to get the color right. It's almost a brownish gray, which is why I added some of my pale gray to the mix. You know, I'm actually thinking, what if I added some steel gray? Okay, I'm back. I added some more gray to it now. If you look carefully, there's the nacelle. There's the more grayish, greenish, and I think that's the one. So I'm have the nacelle pointing right at it. Right there. That should be the one. Bring the light over. Take another picture. I'm hoping that's going to be the one right there. You see how these are cooler gray? That's more of a brownish gray. So I think that's the one. Well, we'll find out. Anyway, the bottle's almost full anyway. You can see the label. And there's the layout of the testing. So if I'm right, it will be that one right there. But we'll find out. Let everything dry now, and we'll see what we get. And if I have to add a bit more green, I will. But that's all for today, for April 17th. I'll be back tomorrow when I hopefully start Aztec decaling the nacelles themselves before I assemble them to the nacelle struts. It'll be easier to get at everything if I don't attach them yet.